This week's big review is something a little bit different. It's not actually a sample library at all. It's the Sampling Handbook. Now, this is an ebook teaching you how to program sample libraries in Contact. So that runs the gambit, everything from preparing the library to actually recording your artist or yourself, chopping up the samples and loading the samples into Contact. But there's a whole lot more as well. The ebook is 150 pages long, and that can be purchased alone. However, there's two other bundles as well. The developer bundle, which also adds a beginner's guide to Contact scripting, which is 55 pages, a 2.5 hour long audiobook, and a Contact scripter interview as well, which is full of tricks and tips for those wanting to program their own sample libraries in Contact. There's also a premium bundle, which adds an online video series, which is very comprehensive, example WAV samples, sales and marketing manual, and a website hosting and e-commerce guide. It doesn't matter which one of these bundles you go for initially, because there's always the opportunity to upgrade if you want to do that. Overall, I did think the sampling ebook was a really well put together package. It has very clear headings and illustrations, so that's always a bonus, and it's really easy to follow. Just be aware that the Sampling Handbook on its own, the most budget option, it isn't going to help you much with Contact scripting, so for that you'll need to get at least the developer bundle or maybe even the premium bundle, which has that scripting handbook in there, and that is a goldmine of information. There's great advice on naming samples to make the workflow easier, and a lot of little helpful tricks and tips in the ebook. I did like the upgrade path. It's not more expensive to upgrade than to actually buy the packages outright, so that's really appreciated. I would have liked some more WAV files as examples, ones that you can chop up yourself and put into Contact, because there's only 3 or 4, and perhaps it would have been good to have some Contact NKI files at different stages of development, and that would have been useful so that you can dig into the editing menus and see how the example libraries are progressing as they're developed. But overall, I'd really recommend the Sampling Handbook, and you can pick it up from www.thesamplinghandbook.com. Thank you so much for watching. That's just a small taste of the Samplecast, a weekly podcast and YouTube show for sample library geeks and plugin enthusiasts. You can find out more information at thesamplecast.com. Don't forget to subscribe.